Hello, my name is Benjamin Baer. I'm Vice President of Product Marketing at FICO, Fair Isaac Corporation, and I'm joined today with Fernando George. Fernando, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, Benjamin. Hello. My name is Fernando George. I'm Senior Director of Product Management at FICO, responsible for our decision tools.
We're doing a series on the release, around the release of the Forrester Total Economic Impact Report for Decision Modeler. And so we thought we'd take some time in a series of videos to, have a conversation about what decision modeling is, why it's important, and ultimately what the Forrester Total Economic Impact Report kind of summarized. So, a great place to start, as always, Fernando, is what is decision rules solution? What is decision modeling?
Yeah, that's a great place to start. So when you look at your customers' journeys, right, there are a number of places where decisions are being made, right? Which products are best for a given customer needs? Are they really your customers, or there's someone else pretending to be your customers? What are the options if something in their lives, has changed? They're struggling to stick to the original agreement that you had with them. How far are you willing to go to retain them? And also, how should you greet them when they call you? So some of these decisions that I just mentioned, admittedly, have little business value, but some of them can have very big impact on the business. And it's a little bit more than that as well. It defines how your company does business. It defines who you are as a company in a way, because it really translates your organization's values into each one of those decisions of how you interact with your customers. And I think we all know that from when we go to a small business, right? There's this little Italian place that I like downtown, and after a few visits, the owner recommended, because he noticed I like penne arrabbiata, he recommended a spicy mushroom spaghetti, which is a perfect match for a vegan with, keen on spicy foods. So, those are the kind of things, the product recommendation, or the time I went there, I took my parents there, but forgot my wallet at home, and Ed, the owner, he got it immediately, said, "No worry about it, you pay next time," and even gave us free dessert, tiramisu, if you're wondering. But as the
So
business
it's
grows, it's
kind of a
pretty
way
hard.
it's kind of a way to make that relationship personal, to make it
Exactly.
consistent,
I
to
mean,
make it enriching.
it felt exactly. It felt like he was doing this because he knew me, because he noticed me. We had chatted a few times, and it's unique, right? I feel treated in a unique way, and I think as businesses grow, right? Like, let's say that one day, Ed grows his business to be a restaurant chain. It will be a lot harder for him to instill that in all the different locations that his business operates, right? Going along with the metaphor here for the restaurant. So and even if he tries to train his staff and pass on those values, which he definitely should do, just the volume of customers and the biases that people bring, right? And we're all humans. When we're making decisions, we're bringing our biases with us. Makes this very, very difficult, both to scale and to retain that thing that defines companies as who they are and how they treat their businesses, right? So thinking about that, if you think of all of that, decision rule solutions are really, Benjamin, a way to scale that decision making, right? Bringing consistency, bringing precision to decisions, making them based on data, but as a way to express, most of all, who you really are as a company, right?
Yeah,
Um,
you brought up an interesting point there, because bringing in data and bringing in analytics, I think, is a core part of this. You want your data to inform your engagement, of course.
Absolutely, right? And it removes
Yeah.
the bias, removes the judgment on making decisions, based on a last name, something that in many industries you probably don't want to do. And it allows them to scale as well, and that's very important, right? Many times I see that cost is increasing the same time that as they're ramping up number of customers, and this really allows them. These solutions allow them to automate a large percentage of those decisions, but still make the decision that no, this ones we really need Ed to look at. We really need an expert to look at when making those few decisions. But we have automated in line with how we want to do business as a company.
So let's talk for a moment about FICO and decision rules, because this is a core part of our constitution, I guess. And we have two products, Decision Modeler and Blaze Advisor. Can you describe what they are and why they're different, or why we have two products to do it?
Absolutely. So we have FICO Blaze Advisor and FICO Decision Modeler, and they are FICO's best-in-class decision management products, right? Together, they help hundreds of customers all over the world to do just what we just talked about, right? To scale up their decision making and improve each decision that takes place in that customer journey that we talked about. Decision Modeler sits on top of our FICO platform, right? And Decision Modeler is we offer that in the cloud, and I think that's really what I would call, that's where you provide decisioning as a service, right? It's a fully managed service provided in our FICO Analytic Cloud to help our customers make better decisions without all the hassle of worrying about servers, worrying about software installs, upgrades, and all of that, right? It just allows them to focus on the business and focus on deciding, making what are the decision points in our customer journeys that we want to manage? How can we improve that? How can we align them with our business objectives?
So being a part of the platform seems pretty important.
Absolutely, because it's an ecosystem, right? You have all these different services that Decision Modeler integrates with. So from, I don't have to worry about security. I don't have to worry about, because we take care of all that for you in the cloud, providing a secure service. This is as I said, this is what defines you many times a company as a company. This is the heart of the business, and you want to be able to protect that. But also we integrate with automatic data capture from all executions, provide that as part of your authoring, so you can do impact analysis. If you have an idea on how to change the way you make a decision today, what impact is that going to have on the business? And because we have all these different services in the platform, explaining why you made a decision in production 5 minutes ago, or doing an impact analysis with 3 months worth of decisions to see how a change in your strategy would impact your business results, becomes something very easy because everything is integrated in the platform.
And what kind of companies does FICO currently sell these kinds of products to? Who's using these solutions?
Well, most of our customers are in banking and insurance, which are highly regulated industries with plenty of decisions that carry some uncertainty and where there's a lot of value. But we also have customers in government, lots of customers in government, retail, manufacturing, energy, and other industries as well. But I think for the total economic impact, Forrester, I think there were some customers that were used to something they call a composite organization. Is that right, Benjamin?
Yeah, so we're going to spend a lot more time going forward talking about the Forrester TEI specifically, but one of their parts of their methodology is to spend time and interview and get to know 3 or 4 customers. And then what they do is, because they're anonymous interviews, is they create a composite organization to say for companies that look like this. And in the case of the TEI, they talk to a number of financial services customers, and they say the composite organization, the aggregate, if you will, of all of these is a company with $10 billion in revenue, over 800,000 annual transactions. And those transactions are growing pretty quickly as they gain more customers, growing at over 5.5%. So it's a pretty robust set of companies that they talk to, and the composite organization describes an organization that's of medium size in financial services, but growing pretty aggressively and being pretty aggressive in the market. The other interesting thing, which we'll explore, is all of the customers were indeed deploying the solution in the cloud and leveraging the latest technologies from an IT perspective. So that had a profound impact as well on the kind of total economic impact that these kinds of solutions had, because they get to spend less time managing their IT infrastructure and more time investing in the customer relationship.